I literally give them assignments at night. I go to sleep, I wake up in the morning, and they're done. This year, knock on wood, is the first time I actually am getting my taxes done by tax day. I've always needed an extension until October or December because I was doing it myself. It didn't take me any time at all to realize this was saving me so much.
Hi everyone, I'm John Guitarte, and I want to welcome you to an episode of Scaling Breakthrough, how businesses and offshore talents win together. We'll even show you how AI is involved. We know you're aware that affordable offshore talent exists, but in this series, we show you exactly how it works.
How small to medium businesses are actually integrating these highly talented but affordable offshore staff side by side with their local employees across marketing, sales, operations, HR, finance, customer service, executive admins, and more. It's a win-win.
Here at Outsource Access in the Philippines, we grew to 500 employees in 5 years, serving businesses to 75 industries, from startups to large operations. So we're excited to share what we've learned.
Today, we're featuring Maria McWhirt of MpowerMe, who will share how partnering with Outsource Access has helped her streamline operations, boost productivity, and unlock new growth opportunities.
Hi, I'm Maria McWhirt. I'm the founding Chief Executive Officer of MpowerMe, and we are based in Virginia. Our business, MpowerMe, is about 8 years, and we design software to support cognitive functioning and communication functioning. We work with lots of professionals, and we work with technology that our users who use our software so that they can process information and interact with the world. And my own son needed a way of communicating and interacting with the world. He had autism and some other, he still does, some other developmental disabilities, and he was not doing well. He was headed for an institution. And so I quit my job / fired because I couldn't manage my son and a job at the same time. And so we started, my son, his older brother, designed an app so that I could present information to him about what his responsibilities were, what his schedule was, and then offer him options. His older brother, Dan, who developed the software at a very young age because he was born legally blind and could only see a computer screen very well. So bought him a laptop when he was a baby, and he did the rest and became a really good software developer. So we decided to see if maybe this could help other families as well. And of course it did. And, you know, that includes a lot of education of the community of professionals who are very distrusting of technology anyway, training them how to use it, supporting them, helping them design it and develop it because it's customizable software. And so that kind of diversity requires us to have some pretty intense skills for our staff. And so what was happening is I was focused on making our technology great and serving our population. Our mission is to empower the voice and choice of everyone who is silenced or misunderstood due to a condition. And that meant I was having to do all of the administrative tasks. So between professionals who had the technical skills to design our software for our users, to train our users who are professionals, and then keep the business running with all of the regulatory and taxes and bookkeeping and all of that, I must have went through like at least 15 staff inside of 5 years. It just wasn't working out. So that's when I started looking at some alternative options. And I hired somebody local just to do my books, to get everything together and categorized so I could send it to my accountant, my tax accountant. And they worked with me only a few hours a month. It was not cost effective. And then I noticed they weren't doing a very good job, and they didn't seem to care or understand that I was running a small business. I am a special needs mom. And so at the same time, I had some friends who were also entrepreneurs, and they had started using Outsource Access. And I met Brad, and I watched all of his videos. And the biggest thing for me was offshore labor. Is this like everything bad I've ever heard? And the answer was no. The process that they took me through was self-reassuring. The only thing I had to provide to them was a task list of all of the things my bookkeeper had been doing that I didn't even think they were doing very well at. And once I gave them that, they started calling it a playbook. They explained I was going to get not only the virtual assistant, their success coach, and then I was going to have an account manager. And they have this entire company and infrastructure, and they have training, and they have healthcare, and they have wellness, and they have social activities, and it's this whole thing. And I only have to pay for the virtual assistant, which, by the way, was half the price of an FTE, even full time. Then I realized, since I have all of their tasks written down in this playbook, I literally give them assignments at night. I go to sleep, I wake up in the morning, and they're done. And of course, it's not that simple, but it kind of was. And it didn't take me any time at all to realize this was saving me so much money, because now I could actually train and coach my leadership team to carry the vision of the company and to do the things that a CEO is supposed to do. One of my friends had also gone through this bookkeeping disaster that I had gone through a few months earlier. And I said, hey, you should look at Outsource Access. And he was like, it's my money. I'm gonna go with this local bookkeeper. She's been experienced for 35 years. She's working virtually too. It's kind of the same thing. I said, well, actually, it's kind of not, because she's only working 5 hours a month. And you are one of 30 clients, and it's costing you 2 times as much as what I'm paying now. But he's like, but she's good. And I know her, and she's from the US, and she knows all the rules and the regs. I said, okay, my CPA from the Philippines, whatever. Okay, whatever. He called me back while I was interviewing my second VA and said, don't hire the person I just had to fire her. She made a $30,000 error. And now it's been a year that I've had both of them. And they are part of the team, part of the family. We have a team huddle every day. My leadership staff love that I hired. They had a hard time accepting them at first, because they were used to doing everything. And they were like, you don't think I can do this? And I said, no, I think you can do the stuff that actually brings in revenue a whole lot better. And I'm looking forward to being able to bring on more VAs to keep our core leadership team really small and really tight. Our growth strategy is to scale our software sales and to automate all of our training and startup and admin, so that I can have, triple and more revenue with the same exact size team. And if we need to bring on a few more VAs, it doesn't really impact our bottom line the way that it would if we had an in-person employee, a W-2 employee.
Maria is really very good in people, deal with a lot of personalities, and she has been in the industry for more than 30 years already. She has 2 sons who have special needs. That's why her heart and her passion is focused on helping people who have the same challenges in life.
Jessica is such a part of our team because she immediately gets it. She knows why we're here. She feels what we feel, and she inherently understands and is one of us, and she lives the mission just like we do. I appreciate her understanding of us so quickly.
I remember that one of my favorite thing and tasks to do with Maria is sending off invoices to our customers. One day, she instructed me to stop sending that invoice to one of our customers because we are all done. And when I do a reconciliation, I found out that we still have another invoice to send. Asked her permission that we need to send this off, and she thanked me a lot because if not because of how detailed I am to attention, we may have missed that invoice and we may have missed that collection.
I remember that. That is one of many times Jessica has saved us a lot of money, a lot more than we're paying for her. She's caught invoices that we wouldn't have remembered, and she gets renewals. She also lets me know when we have an automatic payment turned on that we don't need to pay for anymore. And I was never able to keep up with all of those details, but that's her sole mission, and she is very detail oriented. She's the best CPA I've ever met. This year, knock on wood, is the first time I actually am getting my taxes done by tax day. I've always needed an extension until October or December because I was doing it myself. So if you're a CEO who needs to reinvent yourself, who needs to change and pivot, and you're in, crazy economy, a trying industry, you are the magic. You are the asset. And if you don't give yourself room to think, you're not going to be able to save your company anyway. So take this calculated risk. Talk to other people who have used it. Listen to the videos. Talk to Brad himself. And just try it. Because at most, you're going to lose maybe 30 days. You're going to lose way more than that if you don't focus on your business.
Before we wrap up, let's recap the key takeaways from today's conversation with Maria.
Streamlined finances. A VA can establish efficient accounting and bookkeeping processes. Time and focus gained. Free the client to focus on business growth and innovation. Lasting impact. A dedicated VA brings stability, efficiency, and long-term success.
So, if you are a small to medium business and want a scaling breakthrough with incredibly affordable, talented staff here in the Philippines, then visit
OutsourceAccess.com, and you can see more videos behind the scenes, learn more about your business, and see if we can be of help or point you in the right direction. Don't forget to book a call for a free discovery session.
And make sure to use and mention the promo code BREAKTHROUGH when you have the call to get a special discount. Compliments on me. This is John Guitarte, and this is Outsource Access.